Welcome to Course 4 in the RIDE Science of Reading and Structured Literacy Awareness courses. In Course 1, we were introduced to several theoretical frameworks derived from the science of reading that will continue to steer our conversation of how skilled reading develops and how to support students with their areas of need. We also learned about the importance of structured literacy instruction, which is explicit, systematic, cumulative instruction in the structure of our language, from single sounds to sentences and everything between. In Course 2, we focused on the lower word recognition strands of Scarborough's reading rope and learned how crucial it is to explicitly and systematically teach students how the written code represents speech sounds or phonemes that blend together to create words. Without the opportunity to practice these skills to automaticity, research shows that children develop less reliable reading strategies that often interfere with their fluency, comprehension, and ability to access grade level texts. Even in older grades, support in these areas may be necessary for students who still have weaknesses in orthographic or phonological processing. The simple view of reading informs us that students not only must be able to lift the words off of the page, but they must also be able to understand the words that they're reading. Thus, in Course 3, we began to unpack the language comprehension strands of the reading rope. We discussed the importance of building background knowledge and encouraged educators to have collaborative conversations to support student understanding of rich content knowledge across all settings. We also learned that our language is morphophonemic, and developing student awareness that words are made of small, meaningful units called morphemes will support students' spelling, reading, and will have positive impacts on growth in the breadth and depth of a student's vocabulary, which is highly predictive of reading comprehension success. Course 3 also offered suggestions for building vocabulary through oral language, as well as explicit and implicit learning. Sharing practices and working toward a school wide approach to building background knowledge, teaching morphology, and developing intentional vocabulary routines are just a few ways that special area instructors, middle, and high school teachers can connect to literacy in small yet intentional ways to support positive literacy and content area learning outcomes for all students. In Course 4, we will continue to focus on the language comprehension strands of the reading rope, beginning with language structures. We will look at the continuum of understanding language from a word, phrase, sentence, and ultimately text level. Through this process, we will see how, just like teaching spelling reinforces students' skills in decoding, using a structured literacy approach to explicitly and systematically teach sentence level writing skills has a reciprocal relationship to reading comprehension. We will also examine the literacy knowledge strand of the rope and learn about text structures and their signal words. As always, along the way, we will offer supports, guidance, and resources that can be used in any setting to support students as they develop strong writing and reciprocal reading comprehension skills to advance learning outcomes for our kids.